The animal kingdom has many dangerous inhabitants, but only a few of them can truly be called evil. Of course, evil is a subjective term, and it's unclear exactly how these animals think. But this is just my personal opinion. Let's begin. Number 3, sea otters. Sea otters have been known to be aggressive towards not only other species, but also their own. 46% of the attacks against humans have transmitted rabies, which is basically a death sentence. They gang up on animals like monkeys and huskies, drowning them by forcing their heads underwater. And now you might be thinking that predators have to kill their prey to survive. But that is not at all the case. Sea otters have been observed to do this without gaining anything, but rather for entertainment. Now it is important I issue a trigger warning for the rest of the video, as the contents I will be discussing include forced mating, cannibalism, and more. So watch at your own discretion. Sea otters have been observed forcefully mating with not only female sea otters, but also baby seal pups, among others, often resulting in the death of the victim. And it doesn't stop there, as often they continue mating with the corpse for long periods of time after they've deceased. So it's safe to say, necrophilia and homicide are on the sea otter's daily agenda, getting them the third spot on my list. Number 2, dolphins. Dolphins seem like lovable, cute sea creatures, but trust me, they deserve their spot on this ranking. Just like sea otters, they often forcefully mate with females of their species, sometimes even in gangs. This is also not a rare occurrence either, as it can be observed fairly often when watching dolphins in the wild. They even go so far as to kill their own offspring, resulting in them mating with the female once again. As if that wasn't bad enough, they often carry STDs, such as genital warts, which are easily passed on, so keep your distance. Additionally, they have been seen torturing baby sharks by tossing them around until they cease to exist. As they experience pleasure in a similar way that us humans do, it isn't surprising that all of these actions don't gain the dolphins anything either. And if you consider that they barely sleep at all, it makes these restless sociopaths even more unsettling. And before we come to the most evil of them all, here's an honorable mention: hyenas. Hyenas are notorious for their ruthless behaviors. Infanticide is a common practice among them. Female hyenas may kill the cubs of rival females to reduce competition for resources. This brutal act ensures that their own offspring have a better chance of survival in a world where every mouthful of food counts. Cannibalism is another dark aspect of their nature. When food is scarce, hyenas have been known to consume the weakest members of their own clans. This merciless practice, while shocking to us, is a desperate strategy to survive during lean times. They operate in matriarchal societies where the females are larger and more dominant than the males. This structure often leads to violent power struggles and displays of aggression within the clan. Number 1, chimpanzees. Chimps really take the cake when looking at species with malicious intent, and that is for one reason: their similarities to us. Let me explain. All of the other animals' crimes can be explained by them not being able to overcome urges, but chimps are the opposite. It is safe to say that they are self-aware and can thus consider their options more carefully. Humans judge behaviors not only by outcome, but by motivation or intent. Chimpanzees can do the same thing, which makes them so terrifying. Scientists have observed aggressive behavior such as cannibalism, infanticide, and forced mating. These primates really set themselves apart, as they don't just act on impulse, but often plan these actions, knowing exactly what the outcome will be, and simply not caring. Deservedly, they get the number 1 spot for the most evil animal in the world. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed my first video. It's important to mention that while the species exhibit brutal and evil behaviors, they're still part of their respective ecosystems and play crucial roles in these. The only exception for this rule would be us humans, who have committed all of these acts, and more, without benefiting the ecosystem. So take it all with a grain of salt. If you have any suggestions for a new video, I'd be open to them, so leave some in the comments. I'll see you next time on Badly Explained.